Namaste Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanshakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vastyachadeshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Nama Hare Nama Eva Kevalam Kalo Nasteva Nasteva Gatiranyata Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisance to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome devotees to our morning Bhagavatam class. This morning we continue with Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16, verse 23. And the chapter is entitled, How Maharaj Parikshit Received the Age of Kali. Without further delay, we will start the class, and we are very fortunate to actually hear again from His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Yad Vamba Pate Puri Varavatara Krita Avatarasya Hare Daritri Antarhitasya Smarati Visrishta Karmani Nirvana Vilambitani Yadvambate Puri Bhuravatara Kritavatarasya Hare Daritri Antarhitasya Smarati Visrishta
Antarhitasya Smarati Visrishta
Karmani Nirvana Vilambitani
Karmani Nirvana
Vilambitani Yadvambate Bhuri Bharavatara
Yadvambate Bhuri Bharavatara
Kritavatarasya Hare Dharitri
Kritavatarasya Hare Dharitri
Antarhitasya Smarati Visrishta
Antarhitasya Smarati Visrishta
Karmani Nirvana Vilambitani
Karmani Nirvana Vilambitani
Yadvambate Bhuri Bharavatara
Yadvambate Bhuri Bharavatara
Kritavatarasya Hare Dharitri
Kritavatarasya Hare Dharitri
Antarhitasya Smarati Visrishta
Antarhitasya Smarati Visrishta
Karmani Nirvana Vilambitani
Karmani Nirvana Vilambitani
Yadvambate Bhuri Bharavatara.
What? That. Va. Maybe. Amba. O mother. Te. Your. Puri. Heavy. Bhara. Load. Avatara. Decreasing the load. Krita. Done. Avatarasya. One who incarnated. Hare of Lord Shri Krishna. Dharitri, O earth. Antarhitasya, of him who is now out of sight. Smarati, while thinking of. Visishta, all that were performed. Karmani, activities. Nirvana, salvation. Vilambitani, that which entails. Translation. O Mother Earth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, incarnated himself as Lord Shri Krishna just to unload your heavy burden. All his activities here are transcendental, and they cement the path of liberation. You are now bereft of his presence. You are probably now thinking of those activities and feeling sorry in their absence.
So, Dharmaraj is suggesting so many things. Why Mother Earth in the shape of a cow was morose. He was suggesting so many. So one of the suggestions is that Krishna was present. Now he is not present, therefore you are so morose. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata abhuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamaham. Krishna incarnates when there is discrepancies in the matter of discharging religious principles. Just like when there is discrepancy in the discharge of law and order, the government takes a special measure. What is called that? A special law?
Martial law.
Not martial, there is another word. Martial law is also one of the emergency law. So anyway, the nature's arrangement is like that. Just like children, they are allowed to play but under certain conditions. So we are all children of God, Krishna. So we have come here to enjoy, to lord it over the material nature. That is the tendency. So Krishna has given us the facility. Just like in the beach, there are many young men who are playing in the sea with surf. But still the government has watch over it. Government's duty is that they may not be drowned. So here it is risky. We have come here to enjoy. Actually, we are not meant for enjoying. We are meant for serving. Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jive Swarupa Nitya Krishna Das. Our real identity is to serve, to remain under the protection. We are always under the protection, this way or that way. But we are thinking falsely that we are free. We are not free. Krishna is taking care of us. They allowed us. All right, you have come here. Try to satisfy yourself. But there are certain rules and regulations. If you break those rules and regulations for your interest, Krishna takes the measures. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata tadatmanam srijamam abhuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamam. So here Krishna came and this incident took place after disappearance of Krishna. Kali Yuga entered after disappearance of Krishna. Parikshit Maharaj was also very vigilant. The Pandavas, they left their kingdom because they could understand that Kali Yuga has already entered. So, Bhuribhara avatara Kritavataras. Bhuribhara, when people become too much sinful, the earth becomes overburdened by the sinful activities of the people. That what is called Bhuribhara avatar. And Krishna comes to mitigate. Dharmasya glani bhavati bharata tadatmanam srijamaham pitavatarasya harer daritri. This is the purpose of avatar. Avatar, this word is very significant. The Taran means movement, and Ava means down, just like Avanati. So Avataran, Krishna lives in the spiritual sky, beyond this material sky, very high. And Krishna, Loka, the planet of Krishna, is the topmost planet in the spiritual world. That is stated in the Brahma Samhita. Goloko namni nijadhamni tale chatasya. The topmost planet is Goloka, Goloka Vrindavan planet. You have seen the picture. It is lotus-like. So Goloka namni nijadhamni, that is his personal abode. Tale chatasya, below that, Goloka namni nijadhamni Tale Chatasya, below that planet, Goloko Namni Nija Dhamni Tale Chatasya, Devi Mahesha Hari Dhamasu. Devi, this universe, this material universe is called Devi Dham. Devi Dham means under the protection or supervision of Mother Nature. That is called Devi Dham, material nature. So Goloko Namni Nija Dhamni Tale Chatasya Devi, Devi Dham. This material world is Devi Dham. Under the, you have seen the picture of Durga. So material nature is also Devi, Devi Dham. And Mahesh Dham. Above this there is Mahesh Dham, the region of Lord Shiva. Devi Mahesh Haridhamus. Then the Vaikunthas. And the topmost is Krishna Dham. So that is that Dham or that universal system. That is very, very big. Many times this material universe is considered 1/4 creation. It is one Ekangsena Sthito Jagat. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said. This material world is 1/4 creation of God. And the 3/4 creation is the spiritual world. Just imagine, this material world, this universe which you are seeing, the big sky, dome, this is one universe. That is also stated. We get all this information from Vedic literature. This universe is only one single universe, and there are so many planets, stars. These are all stated in the Brahma Samhita. Jasya prabha prabhavato jagadanda koti. Jagadanda koti. Jagadanda means universe. And koti means millions. 100,000, 100 times. So, Jasya prabha prabhavatu jagadanda koti. Jagadanda means this one universe. Anda means egg. Therefore it is called Jagadanda, egg-like, round. We are within the egg. Jasya prabha prabhavatu jagadanda koti. There are millions of eggs like clustered together. This is material world. Millions, not one. And each universe, kotishu vasudhadi vibhuti bhinnam. In each universe there are millions and trillions of stars and planets. Kotishu vibhuti bhinnam. And each one of them is different from the other. Just like you are trying to go to the moon planet, but you cannot stay there because the atmosphere is different. Everything is there. Jasya prabha prabhavatu jagadanda koti. Kotishu vasudhadi. Vasudha means planets. This is also called Vasudha, this planet. You just imagine what insignificant this Vasudha in comparison to the whole material world. There are millions of universes, and in each and every universe there are millions and trillions of the stars and planets. This is the whole creation of material world. And taking them together, this is 1/4 creation of God. The 3/4 creation is the spiritual world. And in that spiritual world, the topmost planet is called Goloka Vrindavan. That is the place of Krishna. So, Krishna comes down from there, therefore avataran, comes down. Therefore he is called avatar, or any Vishnu incarnation who comes down. They come down from the higher planetary system, therefore it is called avatar. Incarnation means avatar, who comes down from a higher position. Therefore here it is says, Gitavatarasya Hare, Hare, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hari, Hari means who takes away all your miserable condition. Hari, Haran, Harati. Harati means take away. He comes out here just to give you benediction, to save you from all kinds of miseries. Therefore his name is Hari. Jasyama Anugirnami, the song Aham Anugirnami, I forget now. Krishna says that when I show to somebody a special favor, I take away all his possession. That is special favor. This question was asked by Yudhishthira Maharaj. No, Parikshit Maharaj to Sukadeva Goswami. Jasyama Anugrihata's Hare Dhanam. Because here in this material world, the more we possess material wealth, it is our bondage, aham. Because our bondage is, we are entrapped here by material opulences. Material opulences are not very good for spiritual advancement. Just the Western people, they are materially advanced, they possess. They do not possess, but their energy is utilized for converting things from one shape to another. That means the energy being wasted. It is good credit for you materially that you have so nice cars, nice skyscraper building, so many nice things you have created. That is good credit. Good credit materially. Spiritually, it is not good credit. Spiritually, it is waste of energy. Waste of energy. Because however nicely you have made all these material facilities, amenities, you cannot stay here. You have got a certain amount of energy. So that energy is meant for some other purpose. So your energy not being utilized for the real purpose of life, if you utilize it for increasing your so-called material happiness, actually they have not become happy. Otherwise, why so many young boys and girls they are disappointed? Because this kind of advancement will not make us happy. That's a fact. Therefore, if you waste your energy for things which are not wanted, then you are not advancing, you are being defeated. That they do not know. That is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Parabhavastavat abodha jata javanna jigyasata atma tattam. Parabhava. Parabhava means defeat. Tavat, so long. All activities of the materialistic person are simply defeat. Parabhava stavat abodhajat. Abodha means fools, rascals, ignorant. Born foolish, rascals, ignorant. We are all born foolish. So if we are not properly educated, then we remain fools and rascals, and the activities of fools and rascals, this is simply waste of time. Because what is called the busy rascals. Busy rascal. If a rascal is busy, that means he is simply spoiling the energy. Just like monkey. Monkey is very busy. Of course, according to Mr. Darwin, they are coming from monkey. So monkey's business is simply waste of time. He is very busy, he will find always busy. So the busy fool is dangerous. There are 4 classes of men: lazy intelligent, busy intelligent, lazy fool, and busy fool. So first class man is lazy intelligent. Just like you see the High Court judges, they are very lazy and most intelligent. That is first class. They are doing everything very soberly. And the next class, busy intelligence. Intelligence should be used very soberly. And the third class, a lazy fool. Lazy at the same time fool. And the fourth class, busy fool. Busy fool is very dangerous. So all these people, they're busy. In this country, everywhere, all over the world, not this country, that country, they have discovered this horseless carriage, very busy. Horse, this way, this way, this way. But actually they are not intelligent. Busy fool. Therefore, they are creating problems after problems. That's a fact. They are so busy, but because they are fool, therefore they are creating problems. This is fact. Even the animals, lower than the human being, they have no problem. What is the problem? First of all, we have got some physical necessities. So, ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithu. Our physical necessities that we want to eat, that is necessary to maintain this body. Ahara, nidra, rest. We must have some rest also. So, ahara, nidra, bhaya. Bhaya means to become afraid of. That is material nature. We are always afraid of. Therefore, we have military strength. Your country is very busy in that way. How to protect? Everyone should be protection. We also sleep at night, closing the door, because we are afraid of burglars and other so many dangers. So that is also required to take protection from enemies. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, and moithun, and sexual intercourse. These are physical necessities. So these physical necessities, if you study, they amongst the animals, they have no problem. But as yesterday we were talking, so the human society, they have created problem. Nobody knows where to eat. These hotels means, increase of number of hotels means that people have no place to live. They have no fixed place to live. Today in this hotel, the next day in another hotel. So many restaurants means the people have no fixed place where to eat. No. The solution in India is still, because they are not so materially advanced, even the poorest man has got some certain fixed up place, his cottage. He has got his wife, he has got his child, and he works whatever he can do. He lives peacefully still in the village, although he hasn't got very gorgeous dress and motor car. But he is peaceful. You'll find. Still. And sometimes, it's about 10 years ago, I was in Ahmedabad. I saw one poor man, he was pulling cart, hand cart, what is it called?
Rickshaw.
No, not rickshaw, for carrying loads.
Wheelbarrow.
Anyway, we call it thela in India. So the thela in that cart, there was sufficient load. So one side of the thela, there was the wife, and the other side was the husband, and they had a little child, and that child was put upon the load, you see, and they are putting. But that means the husband and wife working as God has given them to work. So they are working, taking care of the child. So after earning money, they will go home. They have got a little cottage, and the wife will cook, the husband will eat, and they are peaceful. They are peaceful. It doesn't matter whether first class eating, second class, it doesn't matter. But still, they have got a home, and there they live peacefully. The wife cooks for the husband, and the husband eats, and the child is also taken care. It is not killed. There is peaceful. Peacefulness, there is. But here, the advanced civilization, the mother is killing the child, abortion. You see? Still it is called advancement. Mother's duty is to take care of the child. Motherly affection, woman is meant for that. And now, the problem is the mother doesn't want children, you see. And to avoid children, they're killing. Regularly they're killing. So what is the use of this civilization? Because you are becoming implicated in sinful activities, and therefore you will have to be punished. You cannot escape the punishment of God as you can escape the punishment of the state. No. You have no right to kill even an ant without any purpose, without any sanction. They do not know. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj says, Bharamud Bhato Vimuram. Prahlad Maharaj, great devotee, so he was offered by Nishingadev benediction. My dear Prahlad, you have suffered so much for me. From your father's side, he has chastised you in so many ways because you are my devotee. Now your father is killed. That is finished. Now you take whatever benediction you want from me. Prahlad Maharaj said, my Lord, I have no problem. So why shall I ask you for anything? I have no problem. Naivat vijay paro druttaya vaitaranya. Everyone has got problem in this material world. They are trying to overcome the problem. But I have no problem. Naivat vijay paro druttaya vaitaranya tad vijya gayana mahamritamagna citta. I have no problem because mind is always absorbed in glorifying your Lordship. Therefore I have no problem. Kirtan. You'll feel immediately refreshed. However burden you may feel, as soon as you perform Krishna Kirtan, you will find immediately refreshed. So one who has got taste for this Kirtan, he has no problem. That is Prahlad Maharaj said, Tad Vijjagayana Maham Mritamagna Chitta. Because my heart is always merged into the ocean of your glorification, I have no problem. This is the devotee. Everyone goes to God to mitigate some problem. God give us our daily bread. That means bread is a problem, and that is the general tendency. They go to temple, church to mitigate some problem. And as soon as the problem is finished, they forget God. No more church, no more temple. You see? That is not devotion. Devotion is that no problem, I am ready to serve you, my Lord. That is lying. No problem. We should not take to Krishna consciousness and Sankirtan to solve some problem. No. That is not pure devotion. When you will feel that there is no problem, I am chanting, glorifying, so I am becoming merged into the ocean of bliss. That is what life. That is the symptom. So as Prahlad Maharaj said, that I have no problem. That is pure devotion. Then but you seem to be very unhappy. Why? Yes. Still I am unhappy. What is that? Soche tato vimukha chetasa maya sukhaya bharamud bhato vimura. I am unhappy for these rascals. These rascals. These rascals, they have created a huge mode of civilization for temporary happiness. Temporary happiness. That is not happiness. Maya sukha, Maya illusion. Just like you have created this skyscraper building. That's nice, very nice, very good boy. Now, is there any guarantee that you shall be able to live here? Have you made any arrangement? Where is that arrangement? Just like if you earn millions of dollars, but to keep that money, you keep in a safe custody in a bank so that you are assured that your money is safe and you will be able to use it. Similarly, you have created this material civilization, very advancement, that is all right. But whether you have made any security arrangement that you will be able to enjoy them, is there any arrangement? This requires little brain. Because at any moment we may be kicked out of the situation. There is no guarantee. At any moment. Suppose with hard labor you create something for living. Everyone wants at old age to live very peacefully, comfortably. There must be some good bank balance, very nice house. But what is that guarantee? That they do not understand. And therefore they are called abodhajata. If after creating so many things for material enjoyment, if you are kicked out, but therefore they do not accept the next birth. Well, that is very horrible. Because if they understand that I have done all these things by sinful activities, this material, and I will have to suffer in my next life, they will not do. But therefore they do not believe next birth or soul, they try to forget it. This kind of forgetfulness means, I have already given several times, the rabbit, when they find some hunter, they close their eyes. Yes. as if the hunter has gone. But that is not the fact. That is his foolishness. Simply by closing the eyes, he is thinking, now I am safe. So these materialistic persons, denying the next birth, denying sinful activities, denying God, they are closing their eyes. There is no danger. Let us go on doing all this nonsense. But that will not save. That will not save. Everything, not as a policeman, but as a friend, that he is recording, that you want to do it. All right, I will give you this facility. I will give you facility. Because within the mind you are creating so many ideas for enjoyment. Krishna is noting, yes, he will have it. He will have it. Just wait. Next life, next life, next life. In this way we are going. এই রূপে ব্রহ্মাণ্ড ভূমিতে কোনো ভাগ্য হয়েছে। We are placing our program because his name is Anumanta. Without his sanction, you cannot have anything. Just like I am moving this hand, it is by his sanction. As soon as he stops his sanction, immediately paralyzed. And still you are proud. I have got my hand. I have got my eyes. But what is the use of your eyes? Unless God helps you to see what is the value of your eyes. Practically you see, unless there is sunshine, what is the value of your eyes? But still we are so full, we are thinking, can you show me God? And what power you have got to see, first of all, consider. Then you will see God. You cannot see even what ordinary things. What to question of seeing God. So this is called foolishness. He does not consider that I am seeing under certain conditions and I am power, I am so much proud of possessing my eyes. This is called foolishness. Abodhajat. In the Upanishad it is said that when God sees, you can see. So your seeing is subordinate to the seeing power of God. Just like Jatchakshuresha Savita Sakala Grahana. When the God sees by his eyes the sun, then you can see. As soon as the sun is not there, then where is your power of seeing? So why you are so much proud of seeing? No, that is not possible. In every respect, we are simply dependent on the mercy of God. So why not become directly dependent? That is intelligence. That is intelligence. Therefore it is said, Abodhajata, these rascals who have no sense what is what, to understand the atheist class of men, Abodhajata, whatever they are doing, they are so-called scientific advancement, material advancement, that is all their defeat. Simply being defeated, simply creating problems. Even those problems are not existing in the society of birds and beasts. You see, there may be big fire, but the birds are dancing in the street, they have no problem. Because they are living under conditions as they have been offered by God. Similarly, if we also live God conscious, Atma Tattvam, Parabhavastavad Abodhajata, Javanna Jigyasata Atma Tattvam, your only business is to inquire about the soul, about the spirit soul. Athata Brahma Jigyasa. This is the Vedanta Sutra. This human life is meant for only inquiring about the soul. That is the only business. And besides this, whatever you are doing, you are simply being defeated. Abodhajata. Because you are all fools and rascals. And so long we make program how to become happy materially, Your mind being absorbed in material things, not in the spiritual matter, you will have to accept another body. This is your problem. So, Krishna comes, his avatar comes, his incarnation too, because we are very thickly, intimately related. We are sons. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore, he is just like your father. He is always anxious to see you happy. If you are doing something wrong, he is more anxious than yourself. He knows that you are a child, is going to capture fire. The father and parents says, no, my dear, don't touch it. It is hard. That is the duty, natural. So, in this material world, we have come here. We are sons of God, part and parcel of God, and doing all nonsense. So Krishna is not happy. Therefore he comes, avatar. Avataran. He comes, my dear child, why you are doing this? And he advised, Sarvadharman Paritraja, give up all this nonsense business. Come to me. I shall give you protection. But we are so foolish, rascal, that we are prepared to become servant of the most abominable activities of our senses, but we are not prepared to surrender to Krishna and become his servant. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Any questions? How about when we're chanting on the street and people walk by and hear us chant, or give them prasadam, or they give a small donation, to what extent is the benefit that they receive from, say, from going walking by and hearing us chant?
Yeah, the benefit is just like the bank sometimes gives you a box. Whatever little money you save, put it, and when it is filled up, it becomes a big amount. Similarly, these people, abodhajata, rascals, if they little appreciate, these people are nice, that is one asset. This is called agyata sukriti, accumulation of the result of pious activities. And when one is fully pious, at that time he can understand what is God. So we are helping them by and by to advance in the matter of understanding God. This is our purpose.
I believe I've heard you said in other lectures that a person who takes prasadam, even a plant or any kind of living entity takes prasadam or hears the name, that it will come back at least to human form of life. Is that correct?
No, if he is devotee, then he will come. But this taking up prasadam or hearing Hare Krishna mantra is advancement for becoming a devotee. But if he takes prasadam, not as ordinary prasadam, a food stuff, he believes that this is remnants of food stuff given to God. If he understands this philosophy, then guarantee. If he takes the prasadam as ordinary food, all right, these people are distributing prasadam, let me take it, it is very tasteful, that will give him chance to accept prasadam next. In this way, one day he will come to the point that this prasadam is not ordinary food stuff. Then there is guarantee. Because only the devotee can appreciate that this prasadam is not ordinary food stuff. It is Krishna's remnant. Therefore, he understands Krishna. That is said in the Bhagavad. Janma karmam vidibbam jo janati tattam. In truth, when he understands, then his life is guaranteed. Why guaranteed? He goes back to home, next life. Taktadiham punarjanma naiti. If you simply can understand what is Krishna and what is your relationship with Krishna, that is sufficient to take you back to home, back to God. That is sufficient. It is so nice.
Any more questions? Srila Prabhupada, you spoke about having a taste for hearing the kirtan or being engaged in the kirtan. Now, what is my position if I am chanting Hare Krishna mantra and I'm living in the association of the devotees, or I'm taking prasad, but I have no, I lose a taste or I have no desire. But for lack of having anything else to do, I remain. But what is my position? How?
That is Krishna's grace, that you have no anything to do, you have to do it. That's the grace of Krishna. Just Harishita Dhanam Sune, Krishna has taken away everything. You have no other alternative than to remain here. That is Krishna's special grace. And those who are thinking that we can do something else besides Krishna, they are foolish, they are lost. Yes. But Krishna is so kind upon you that he has placed in a certain circumstances that you cannot go out. That is very good fortune. Yes. Yes.
How can one know whether he will be going back home to Godhead in this lifetime?
Yes, believe in Krishna. He gives his word. Janma karma me dibbam jujanati tattata. Krishna says, anyone who understands me in truth, taktadiham punarjanmanaiti, he doesn't accept any more material body. He comes to me. Yes. The guarantee is there. So you try to understand Krishna. If you do not understand anything more, if you simply accept it, without any hypocrisy, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, He will protect me. Let me serve His lotus feet as far as possible. This much qualification is sufficient. But if you have got still doubt about Krishna, then you try to understand Krishna. Be without any doubt that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Then everything is guaranteed. Tattva. Therefore Krishna says, Janati Tattva. Where is Bhagavad Gita? Here? I should keep all these books ready for reference. Janma karma me dibbam jo janati tattva tapta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti kuntyo. This very fact. So we are spreading this Krishna consciousness movement just to make people, yes, janma karma me dibbam jo janati.
Janma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tatvata chaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sojana. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. The Lord's descent from his transcendental abode is already explained in the 6th verse. One who can understand the truth of the appearance of the personality of Godhead is already liberated from material bondage.
He is already liberated. If one understands this fact, that why God comes, if he is only fully aware of the fact, he is already liberated immediately. Go on.
And therefore he returns to the...
Because without being liberated, one cannot understand God as he is. This is not possible. Because he has no perfect vision. Liberated means perfect knowledge, perfect vision. That is liberation. Yes.
Therefore he returns to the kingdom of God immediately after quitting this present material...
Yes, immediately after giving us this body. The example is given in the Shastras that when you walk, just like these steps, like this. So this step is secure. The another step, when you feel it is secure, then you get up. Get up this step. This is your practical experience. Similarly, unless our next birth is fixed up, we do not leave this body. At the time of death, by superior authority, what body I am going to take next, that has to be decided. Then when it is decided, if it takes little, because that is for the most sinful person. And for the devotee, it is already decided. Tattadeham punarjanati. Immediately transferred to the spiritual world. Immediately. There is no question of decision. It is already decided. Krishna's decision. Tattadeham punarjanati naiti mami. Therefore, it is said, a devotee, jivo va morova. A devotee, either you live or die, the same thing. Why? You are living, you are serving Krishna, when you die, you go to serve Krishna. That's all. Jivo va morova. They are called Jivan Mukta. The same thing which will do after death, he is doing the same thing. Yeah. Therefore, he is Jivan Mukta, liberated even in this material existence. Jivan Mukta Saucha, Ihajasya Harer Dasi, one who is always thinking how to serve Krishna. Jivan Mukta Saucha, he is Jivan Mukta. He is already Mukta, liberated. Just like in government service, there is civil service or administrative service. As soon as you have passed your examination of the civil service, that the civil post is ready immediately. There is no delay, it is already there. Simply you go and take your seat. So, what is that examination? Just try to understand what is Krishna. That's all. If you can understand this very fact, so you understand or not understand, if you are firm faith, if you take Krishna, yes, Krishna is the Supreme Person, then your examination is passed. Just like fire, you understand what is fire, not understand, but if you catch fire, it will end. When you take fire, you do not try to understand what is the chemical composition of fire. Anyone who understands the chemical composition of fire then takes to fire. That man and a child who does not know what is the chemical composition, the action is the same. If you want to understand Krishna through philosophy, science and everything that you have got, and that is also the same thing, if anyone blindly accepts Krishna, the same thing. It doesn't matter, because Krishna is Krishna. Yes?
Prabhupada, you said that devotees, after becoming fully pious, have to take another birth in the material world in somewhere where Krishna is performing his pastimes before going back to Vaikuntha?
There is no difference, because we approach Krishna. Tattadeham punamameti, he comes to me. Krishna, when he is there, just like Krishna was on this planet, to live with Krishna and to go to Goloka Vrindavan and to live with Krishna, there is no difference.
Is this birth we have now considered in Krishna's pastimes, since this Sankirtan movement is part of Lord Chaitanya's pastimes?
But I do not follow.
Is this life, this present life, is this also being within Krishna's pastimes because Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement is Krishna's pastimes?
Yeah. If you actually remain with Sankirtan, that means you are with Krishna. Therefore, he is called Jivan Mukta Sauchat. He is liberated even in this body. He is liberated. Because Krishna and Krishna's name is not different, absolute. Avinnatyat namanamina. Nama chintamani Krishna chaitanya. If you have understood that Krishna's name and Krishna, the same thing, that you are always living with Krishna. If you have understood this. Avinnatya namanamina. Krishna is not defined. Krishna's book, Krishna's words, Krishna's name, Krishna's fame, Krishna's glory, Krishna's entourage, everything relationship with Krishna, that is Krishna. But if you have got that perfect knowledge, then you are living with Krishna. Always. You are already in the Vaikuntha.
Then, Srila Prabhupada, then if I have Krishna's name and I understand that it is Krishna, then can I take it and go to the forest? Can I take Krishna's name and go to the forest and be...
Yeah, you can go to the forest, that is your interest. But if you try to distribute Krishna's name, that is more, valuable work. Because if you go to the forest, you take interest of yourself. But Krishna wants that you take interest for others also. That is greater service. Just like a soldier, he is also patriot, and another man is patriot. But the soldier who goes to fight forward for the state, his service is greater than this man. Because he has to face so many dangers for the country. Therefore, during time of war, the government takes care of the soldiers first. And the civilians, their eating, their supply is controlled. But the soldier's supply is never controlled. Because he is giving greater service to the state. So you can go to the forest for your own interest. That is also good. But better work is to push forward Krishna's name. That is better service.
Srila Prabhupada, does that please you more? Does that please you more?
Yes, that will please Krishna. I have already. Nachatasmat manusheshu kaschit me kriyakritam. Those who are in the preaching work, they are very much recognized by Krishna. He says, nobody is dearer than him, one who is preaching, engaged in the preaching. You see, in the Bhagavad Gita. So those who have stopped preaching word and easy going imitation, that is not very good. Because how far he is advanced, because he goes to the forest and you think of woman and money, what is the use? By his action it will be proved. The same, taking rest, sleeping, and doing everything whimsically. Krishna knows everything. How can you cheat Krishna by so-called forest going? Because your enemy, your senses have gone with you. So how you can get out by going to the forest? Because your real enemies are your senses. So the enemies you cannot escape. They will force you again to these material activities. So what is the use of going to the forest? It is simply so, make so. It has no value. Chant Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
This lecture is so powerful. I mean, I say it every time we hear Srila Prabhupada's lecture, but I think this is like the best of the best. We have passed at 9 o'clock, and I want to take a few minutes, no more than 5 minutes, because I know that, it was a long lecture, but amazing, amazing points. I highly recommend devotees to please go back if you have the time and really make some good points, because Prabhupada really clarified a lot of points, stressed a lot of points, really amazing points. Would like to ask devotees, in the next, we have 4 minutes, it's 9:05 now, sorry, 9:06 now, so we can, if anyone would like to share something quickly, take away, at least one a person rather than so many, that way we can hear everybody's. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, please tell my obeisances, all glory to your Prabhupada.
Jai.
Can you scroll back to the place where people were talking about a question side, but it's further way up, about people, somebody talking about
Prasadam,
prasadam. Yes.
that was powerful too for me.
Yeah, prasadam. And that part, go up still. The question has not come up yet. This is just Prabhupada. Yeah. Yeah. So Bali Madan Prabhu is asking, I believe I've heard that you said in other lectures that a person who takes prasadam, even a plant, or and I'm sure A means animal. You're going to say that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Any kind of living entity who takes prasadam or hears the name, that it will come back at least the human form of life. Is that correct? Papa said no. Papa said if he's devotee. See, I've heard differently. That's why this was very surprising to me.
Yeah.
And Bhai Madan says he'd heard in the lectures that Srila Prabhupada said that they will come back at least to the human form of life. Is that correct? Now, Prabhupada said, no, if he's a devotee, then he'll come. But this taking a prasadam or hearing the Hare Krishna mantra is advancement for becoming a devotee, which means that when we take prasadam or hear the mantra, or when an entity hears that, then they are advancing forward to becoming a devotee. But then he clarifies here, but if he takes prasadam not as an ordinary prasadam, in other words, the consciousness as the person is taking it, foodstuff, he believes that this is remnants of foodstuff given to God. If he understands his philosophy, then it's guaranteed to come back. In other words, he's saying that if the person is eating prasadam, but with the understanding that this is remnants of foodstuff given to God, so, and then he goes to those who don't see it that way. If he takes the prasadam as ordinary food, all right, these people are distributing prasadam, let me take it. You know, just like people come to Rasthriyatra, food distribution time, the kamis join the line. Do they know it's what the Lord's remnants? No, they just take, let me take, it's very tasteful. That will give him a chance to accept prasadam next. In this way, one day he'll come to the point, this prasadam is not ordinary food stuff. Okay, so my understanding is that after repeatedly accepting prasadam, they'll come to the point by the mercy of the Lord that they realize that it's not ordinary food stuff.
Yeah, so I think what,
then they guarantee.
yeah,
Okay.
so what he's saying is that giving them prasadam will give them the chance to accept prasadam next, until they come to the stage that this is not ordinary food stuff. Yes, that was also a learning lesson for me too, definitely. Thank you. Amazing point. Really, I mean, I have to make note of this one. It's a very good point.
I'm going to read it over and over again, even ask for more clarity about this.
Yep. Thank you. Nitya Gopal Prabhu, I think you had something to share too, Prabhu. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Prabhu, in all devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, that was wonderful. Wonderful. If someone takes the prasadam without knowing, he has a delayed guarantee, but later on he will be liberated. That was so
That's
nice.
A good way to put it. Delayed guarantee. Yeah. It's just like they are on the waiting list.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're on the waiting list until to get more and more prasadam next. Then finally they'll get to that stage. Oh, this is very, very pure. Yeah, waiting list. That's a good point. Yeah, good way of saying it. Yeah.
I like the point Srila Prabhupada was giving the example of Prahlad Maharaj. When Narasimhadev asked Prahlad Maharaj, asked boon, that time Prahlad Maharaj says that I have no problem because my mind is engaged in glorification of Lord. That's why I don't want to ask anything, because I don't have any problem. So I was just taking, if we just engage our mind in glorification of Lord, we will not have any problem. Tadvirya gan maha amruta magna chitta. That was the shloka Prahlad Maharaj quotes when the conversion between Narasimhadev and Prahlad Maharaj. So that was my takeaway.
That was a very good point, because I think, in fact, just from this verse, just from what you just said, the whole lecture by Srila Prabhupada is just engaging ourselves. And, you know, like when he talked about, and I was thinking about the different services we do, when he told that devotee, yes, you can go to the forest, but it's for your benefit. But what
Right,
will please,
right.
that was a perfect example. But what would be more pleasing to the Lord is to share it with others. You
Yes,
know, and then what was so nice was at the end, another devotee said, what will please you? Will this please you more? And Srila Prabhupada says, yes, because it will please Krishna. So I was
exactly.
really liking that point, how Srila Prabhupada is not thinking of we just sitting and being a Babaji.
Yes, yes. And Prabhupada quotes the shloka 18.69.
Yes.
Nachatasman manusheshu krashin me priyakritamaha.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You know, that, and he was saying that we should just go out and we should, yep, there you go. You know, that we should be engaged in preaching, we should be engaged in doing service, you know, and sharing, not just keeping. In fact, he says, because even if you go to the forest, what will you think of?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, you mean I think
Yeah,
anything.
you know,
When
so the
devotees,
whole goal of life is to always keep ourselves engaged in devotional service till the last breath, so that the mind, like you mentioned, bro, so that the mind is controlled.
correct.
Like Prahlad Maharaj. Very nice takeaway. Yes, thank you so much. This lecture is really powerful. I think we have to
So
go
many,
back and really make some serious points. Because
yeah, I noticed. Yeah, I noticed another point, Mataji, Srila Prabhupada mentions the rabbits analogy or the
yes, that was the
ostrich.
same thing. Even if I think even Mahatma also like that one.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we
I put a
think like,
comment on that. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes we think why people are not, believing in the rebirth because they don't want to think of the precaution, not the effect or what they're gonna go through. That's the reason they wanted to, forget that part so that they don't have to worry about it. That's the reason Srila Prabhupada mentions they don't believe in the rebirth so that they don't have to think of the coming suffering.
Yeah, and then he says just next life, next life, next life. In this way we are going.
Right.
That's what your Prabhupada says. Yes. Very, yeah. This lecture has so many great points. I mean, that's why I'm saying I think if in our free time, we can go back and really read it again and make some points, because and really like what Prabhupada was saying, let's topic about prasadam, to really digest it, and really embrace it, because it's really, really powerful. Prabhupada, I think, has clarified quite a bit of points in this class and this lecture. Amazing points. Yes. Thank you, Nitya.
Last point I liked it. I think
Yes.
one of the devotee mentioned he's stuck here. He don't have anything to do, so that he engage in the Krishna consciousness.
Oh, yes. And then he said, it's Krishna's grace.
Yes.
You have nothing to do. You have to do it. Krishna's grace. He has taken away everything. But that is true. If he takes away everything, what is left? Just surrender to the Lord. What else can you do? Taking everything away.
The reason he don't have anything to do because he has given up all his material hankering or the desires. That's the reason he has nothing to do. Left is only Krishna consciousness.
So true. Absolutely. Yeah. Amazing. This in fact, the questions were so on par too. Like really to the point. Very, very nice lecture. I mean, I'm so glad and happy that we get to hear Srila Prabhupada's lectures more and more and more. It's really powerful. Amazing. Any other points from devotees before we end? 1 more minute. Any other points that devotees would like to share? It's really a powerful class. Amazing. If there isn't,
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
oh, go ahead, Brett.
I just wanted to say, I really enjoyed the point Srila Prabhupada made. A lot of this lecture, I could hear him saying, we cannot create our own, conclusions with things. But I really enjoyed Prabhupada's point on, how the mother is killing the child today and in Kali Yuga. It just made me think of a lot of conversations that I have with Maharaj about, just society. So I just wanted to bring that point up. Hare Krishna.
Oh, well, yes, exactly. Srila Prabhupada makes it simple. It's just that we make it complicated. That's why it's so important to hear Srila Prabhupada and be so clear. Yeah, that was a good point. Thank you, Dr. Brett. Thank you very much. Thank you all so much. This was a very long lecture, 59 minutes with questions. So definitely it took time, but I'm so glad that we were able to hear it till the end. And again, I encourage you to hear it again and make some notes whenever you have the time. It's a powerful lecture. And thank you all for joining us. And we look forward to seeing all of you again online tomorrow. Vanchakrapatibhyascha, Kripasindabevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Have a wonderful day, devotees. Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, you too. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.